Hello everyone. I am Dr. Vijaya Nandapurkar, Vice Principal and Head, Department of English, Sri Shivaji College, Parbhani. Today I am going to discuss about the sonnet on his blindness written by John Milton. John Milton was born on 9th December 1608 in London and died on 8th November 1674 in London. He was raised in a very strong Puritan faith. He was educated at the famous Christ's College, Cambridge. In his lifetime, he married thrice, but none of his marriages succeeded. He began his career as a pamphleteer. Throughout his lifetime, he supported and worked for the establishment of the Commonwealth of England. He is well known for his writing in English, Latin, Greek, and Italian. Let us take a look at his era. The glory of drama was on the peak earlier, but in Milton's era, the glory of drama started declining and the metaphysical poetry was on the rise. As a poet, Milton is regarded second only to Shakespeare in the history of English poetry. Let us take a look at some of the works written by John Milton. Lycidas, a pastoral elegy, written on the death of his dear friend Edward King, was published in 1638. Areopagitica, which deals with the defenses of 1. Freedom of speech and 2. Freedom of the press. This book was published in 1644. L'Allegro and Il Penseroso, these are Italian terms, which in English mean happy man and melancholy man. These two poems were published in 1645. These are actually pastoral poems exploring contrasting lifestyles. Paradise Lost, which is a 12 books long epic poem dealing with the biblical story of the fall of man and the expulsion of Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden, was published in 1667, and Paradise Regained, which is a 4 books long poem depicting the idea of reversals, in which Milton sets out to reverse the loss of paradise through Jesus Christ. Paradise Regained was published in 1671. These are just some of the prominent works by our poet John Milton. Overall, talking about his works, we can say that Milton's poetry is sublime in nature and his writing style is grand. Now let us take a look at the proper sonnet itself. When I consider how my light is spent, ere half my days in this dark world and wide, and that one talent which is death to hide, lodged with me useless, though my soul more bent to serve therewith my Maker, and present my true account, lest he returning chide. Doth God exact day labour, light denied? I fondly ask. But patience, to prevent that murmur, soon replies, God doth not need either man's work or his own gifts, who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. His state is kingly, thousands at his bidding speed, and post over land and ocean without rest. They also serve who only stand and wait. Friends, this was the sonnet on his blindness by the English poet and intellectual John Milton. This is the site on which you can see my poem. Just the poem, if you want to listen, you can go to my YouTube channel on this particular site. Now let us take a look at the glossary, the words that we might feel difficult or which may mean something different that we have taken here. For example, the word light was used in the poem, which actually means poet's eyesight, as well as it has a reference to his lifespan. Means before. Useless here in this poem means unused. Therewith means with it, means with by that talent. Maker here refers to creator, that is God. Chide, which means scold or express disapproval, or we can say that not happy with it. Labor, which means hard work. Fondly, that is foolishly. Murmur means the poet's complaint that he cannot serve God as his eyesight is gone. Yoke is the burden or heavy wooden bar attached on the heads of the animals to plow or pull a cart. Post means travel. Now let us try to analyze the poem. On his blindness is one of the very popular sonnets written by John Milton. This sonnet which means a 14-lined poem, this one is autobiographical in nature. The title itself suggests it is talking about Milton's blindness. So we can say that Milton's blindness is the theme of the poem. This is a Petrarchan sonnet. Usually or generally we can say that Petrarchan sonnets have love as the theme, but this one is autobiographical and dealing with the blindness of our poet. These 14 lines in the sonnet here in Petrarchan sonnet are divided into octave and sestet. Octave means the first 8 lines, sestet means the last 6 lines. Here in the octave means in the first 8 lines, the poet discusses the problem, and in the sestet he goes or tries to resolve that problem. And talking about the rhyme scheme, we can say that this poem, which is a Petrarchan sonnet following the Petrarchan norms, has A B B A, A B B A, C D E, C D E as the rhyme scheme. Let us take a look at the octave now. This octave or the poem itself, sonnet itself, begins on a very gloomy note because our poet has lost his eyesight and now he is discussing that in the beginning of our sonnet. The sonnet goes, when I consider how my light is spent, half my days in this dark world and wide. So the poet here is worried that he has spent half his life and before that he has lost his eyesight, and so the world has become dark for him and has become wide for him, and now this problem which has raised several doubts in his mind are referred in the next 2 lines. And that one talent which is dead to hide, lost with me useless, though my soul more bent. So he's discussing here that one talent. The poet means he has the talent of making poetry, creating poems. So that one talent he feels, because he has lost his eyesight, will be remaining there in him useless. Maybe he will not be able to use his talent through which his soul is more bent, he says, to do something. He thought that all his writing talent would be wasted. What about his ability to serve God? Now, will he, as he has lost his eyesight, he is blind, so will he be able to serve God? He is eager to serve therewith. Therewith means with that talent that he has in him. He wants to serve his Maker. So he says, to serve therewith my Maker and present my true account. So through that I will be able to show what account I have, what I could do, lest he returning chide. So after going back to him, would he ask me then? Would he show his disapproval that I gave you a talent but you could not use it? So that is referred in the next two lines. Doth God exact day labor? Light denied? I fondly ask. Would God demand exact day labor when He has denied me light? Denied me means He has taken away that gift from him. So, even taking away the light, will He demand exact day labor? Means whatsoever talent was given to the poet, will that be calculated by God? Asking him, why didn't you do the exact day labor? The sestet now gives us the answer. Here, John Milton is telling us about patience. He says, in such rough phases of life, patience helps us. So, patience soon replies as an answer to that murmur, because our own patience can find out answers to our doubts. So he says, patience soon replies, God doth not need either man's work or his own gifts. So, what are his own gifts? That is the eyesight that was given to the poet. After taking away those gifts which God Himself has bestowed upon us, is really God happy? Does really need back those gifts? And here then, patience replies, solves the problem that is set in the octave. What does Milton say? Who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. So, whose services are best for God? To those people, to those that are created by God and who bear his mild yoke, that burden which is actually very mild. And if you are able to bear that, you definitely can serve your God the best way. How is God? His state is kingly. Milton says he is like a king. He does not want to calculate that he has given you something and are you returning him back in the same way or not. God does not demand that. His state is kingly. Thousands at his bidding speed and post over land and ocean without rest. So there are lot many thousands and lakhs who can do the work if God asks of them. So who really serve God then? They also serve who only stand and wait. So what does God require? That He has given you that talent. He wants you to utilize it, but with an intention, with a mind of really serving God with the talent that He has gifted you with, even if you stand and wait for your turn, even as much as is possible for you, and you try to do that, God definitely is happy for it, happy with you. This is what is the service that God asks of you, asks of His creation. So, this sonnet portrays the complex state of emotions the poet is going through, the doubts, then thinking over them, and then the patience Where is that patience? It is in us. That definitely, that is our conscience that can help us in such rough passages, in such rough phases of our life. And if we patiently listen to our mind, we get a reply that God does not demand anything. He is not happy in taking away your gifts, but you should have faith in Him. So, faith is the ultimate resort for human comfort. The Puritans actually believed that God expected them to live according to the scriptures and to reform. So we need to believe in God, we need to know what are our talents, we need to be in the mood, in the intention of doing something, creating something, helping in some or other way with all those gifts that we have got. God has bestowed them upon us, utilizing them patiently, even if we just stand and wait for our turn to utilize those talents, those gifts, that is also all right for the Almighty. You need to believe in Him, you need to have patience, that faith will ultimately help you out of all this. So, what we need to do is we need to change our sinful ways, our sinful ways of not believing in God, of thinking whether we'll be able to do our work or not. If there is sincerity enough, if there is dedication enough, everything is possible, which is shown by Bilton here. His blindness could not stop him from becoming a great scholar, a great poet. Even after becoming blind, he composed an epic Paradise Lost. This proves that faith and patience can work wonders. Here, I would like to acknowledge the resources that I utilized to create this video. It is number one, an anthology of English poetry. This is a textbook prescribed by Swami Ramananda Tirth Marathwada University as per CBCS pattern by the Board of Editors Swami Ramananda Tirth Marathwada University, Nanded. I put on record my sincere thanks to this text. For the creation of this video, I have utilized Wikipedia as well. These are the references that I have used for making of this video. Here friends, I would like to thank you all for watching this video. I hope this video helps you in understanding the basic information about the poet John Milton and the sonnet on his blindness. I have tried my level best to just give a glimpse of the sonnet on his blindness. Thank you, one and all.